Now I'm going to give the summary about finite automata and what is regular expression and what are the types presented in finite automata. We'll see one by one. Finite automata, it is a mathematical model of the system which is mainly used to recognize the token and to produce the token. So finite automata is a mathematical model or a machine which accepts the set of input and processed through various set of intermediate states and finally generates an output. The main aim of finite automata is to produce the tokens to recognize a particular pattern and token. So this is the formal definition of finite automata. There are 5 tuples: capital Q, sigma, till, Q naught and capital F. Capital Q is a set of finite states, sigma is a set of input alphabets, del is a transition function, and Q naught is the initial start state, and capital F is the final state. So these are the 5 tuples which are used in finite automata. So this is finite automata model. There are 2 important concepts. One is input tape and finite control. Input tape is mainly used to hold the input symbols which are processed on the machine, and a finite control which acts like a CPU which is mainly used to perform any operation to be done in compiler. So input tape which can be divided into number of cells, each cell hold one symbol at a time, and a finite control decides the next state on receiving particular input from the input tape. Which also the tape reader reads the cells one by one from left to right to identify a particular token. Next, the types of automata. There are 2 types. One is DFA, deterministic finite automata. Second one is NFA, non-deterministic finite automata. DFA may having only one state from current state to another state for a single input, but NFA may have more than one state for the single input from the current state to next state. This is the main difference between DFA and NFA. So the main 2 points in finite automatas are: one is transition diagram and transition table. Already we saw. These are the notations of transition diagram. State can be represented by a single circle. Final state can be represented by double circle, and a transition from one state to another state can be represented by the arrow mark. So from transition diagram we can easily draw transition table. This is the sample transition diagram, and this is the some example transition table for the corresponding diagram. There are 3 columns and 3 rows. Column represents the state, and each and every input, the corresponding state from one state to another state can be represented in the transition table. Column correspond to input symbols and row correspond to the states. Start state is denoted by the arrow symbol without any symbol representation, and the final state, accepting state, is denoted by a star symbol. So the last topic in first unit is regular expression to DFA. How we can convert the given regular expression into DFA? There are 2 main methods. One is subset construction method, Thompson's method. We can either call it as subset method or Thompson's method. Second method is direct method. So first of all, we should know what is regular expression. It is an expression which is mainly used to represent the set of strings or a language of finite automata. There are 2 methods. First method is subset construction method. In that method, in first step, we can convert the given regular expression into NFA. After that, the NFA is converted into a DFA. This method is subset method. But in direct method, we can directly convert the regular expression into DFA. So this is the main difference. In subset method, given regular expression is converted into NFA. After that, NFA is converted into DFA. But direct method, we can easily convert the given regular expression into a DFA. So how we can translate the regular expression into DFA? First we will see the first method, subset method. So before a subset method, we should know how we can convert the regular expression into epsilon NFA, because we can convert the NFA into DFA by using epsilon closure method. So we should know how to draw epsilon NFA. So these are some example. The first one is R1 plus R2. R is a regular expression. So the plus operation is denote either the regular expression goes with either R1 or R2. So the diagram draw we can up and down meaning which can either goes with R1 or R2. The second method is R is equal to R1 plus R1 R2, which is concatenation operation. So R1 is followed by R2. The third rule is R is equal to R1 closure. Closure in the sense R1 may present with 0 or more times. So we can draw the diagram like this. This is a sample NFA diagram. For the single input A, it goes with Q1 to another state. For AB, it can goes with Q0 to Q1 and Q1 to the next state. For example, the regular expression is equal to A plus B in the sense the input goes from Q1 to another state for A, either Q1 to the next state for the input symbol B. Plus in the sense either goes with A plus B in the sense it goes with either A or B, which means A plus B, either A or B. AB in the sense A is followed by B. So this is the sample example for epsilon NFA. For the normal NFA, we can draw 0 to 1 it takes A and 1 to 2 it takes B. For epsilon NFA, the input symbol A and B, which in between it have the epsilon as input. This is an epsilon NFA. So these are the sample epsilon NFA. The first example is for epsilon NFA for A slash B. A slash B is also equal to A plus B. A plus B is also equal to A or B. Same meaning, A or B in the sense either A or B. So this is the sample epsilon NFA. The second method is A or B or A plus B the whole star, which means closure. So this is the sample epsilon NFA diagram. The last one is A slash or A plus B the whole star A. This is the sample epsilon NFA diagram. So the next one is first in the first point in subset method is first we can convert the regular expression into epsilon NFA. That is considered. These are the example. So we should know how we can convert the given regular expression into epsilon NFA. After we get epsilon NFA, we can convert the epsilon NFA into DFA by using epsilon closure. So we should know what is epsilon closure. Epsilon is nothing but it is a string which is having no input string from one state to another state. We can easily transit from one state to another state without any input. Usually we can transit from one state to another state with some of the input symbol. By using epsilon symbol, we can easily transform from one state to another state without any input. That is the main use of epsilon. So consider this example. There are three states Q or S. So we can easily find out for epsilon closure of Q state. Each and every individual state have their own value for epsilon closure because it is invisible, but usually each and every state have their own epsilon value as the input. So epsilon closure of Q is equal to Q, and the state Q don't have any epsilon input, so the epsilon closure of Q is equal to Q only. But epsilon closure of R is equal to the same state R, and from R the epsilon symbol goes to S state. So we can write S state for epsilon closure of R, and from S the epsilon is also goes to the state R, but we already write R for epsilon closure of R, so we can close the epsilon closure of R. So this is the sample example for epsilon closure. This is also the next example. You can easily find for epsilon closure for all value, because this is very important step to convert the regular expression into epsilon NFA. So epsilon closure of 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Epsilon closure of 2 is 2, 3, 6. Each and every individual state have their own epsilon value for the epsilon closure. For that purpose only, you see every state having the same value. They can write the first value as the own input. So epsilon closure of 3 is equal to 3, 6. Epsilon closure of 4 is equal to 4 alone. Epsilon closure of 5 is equal to 5, 7. epsilon closure of 6 equal to 6 itself, epsilon closure of 7 is equal to 7 alone. So now we will see the sample problem for how we can convert the given regular expression into DFA. So there are two steps. In first step, we can convert the given regular expression into epsilon NFA. In the second step, we can convert the epsilon NFA into DFA. But this diagram, they can directly given the epsilon NFA diagram. This is epsilon NFA diagram, not NFA diagram, because this finite automata having the epsilon input from one state to another state. So this finite automata is the epsilon NFA, not NFA. So we can convert the epsilon NFA into DFA by using epsilon closure method only. In case this is the normal NFA only, we can convert the normal NFA to DFA to subset method. We can find out the subset method, 2 power n method. We can easily find out, but this is not the normal NFA, this is epsilon NFA. So from epsilon NFA to DFA, we can convert by using epsilon closure method. So the problem begins with we can find out the epsilon closure for each and every individual state. There are 3 states, Q0, Q1, Q2. So in first step, we can find epsilon closure for Q0, Q1 and Q2. So epsilon closure of Q0 is equal to Q0 self loop, and Q0 to Q1 having epsilon, Q1 to Q2 having epsilon. So Q0 of epsilon closure is equal to Q0, Q1 and Q2. Second step, epsilon closure of Q1 is equal to the self loop Q1 and Q1 to Q2 which may have epsilon. So epsilon closure of Q1 is equal to Q1 comma Q2. Last state is epsilon closure of Q2 is equal to Q2 is the final state. From Q2 there are no epsilon transition. So epsilon closure of Q2 is equal to Q2. So the next step is we can assign the capital A for the initial state of epsilon closure value. After that we can find out the transition function for the capital A with the input of, there are 3 inputs 0, 1 and 2. So we can find a transition function for the particular capital A with the input of 0, 1 and 2. So first epsilon closure of Q0 is equal to Q0, Q1, Q2 which may assign to capital A. So the next step is we can find the transition function del of A comma 0. So the output is Q0, Q1 and Q2. We each and every time we have to check the states which is already present or not. Which is already present in the sense we can give the same name as it is. Otherwise we can give the name from B to up to so on. So Q0, Q1, Q2 already we can give a name as A, so which can be assigned to A. So next we can find the transition function for A on the input symbol 1. The output is Q1 and Q2. Q1 and Q2 is a new set, so it is named as capital B. And then we can find capital A comma 2. The output is Q2. Q2 is not already present, so it can be named as C. So thus we have obtained from the above result A comma 0 is A comma 1 is B and A comma 2 is C. So for A state we already done the job. So further we can do with capital B and capital C, the same step. We can find the transition function on capital B with the input of 0, 1 and 2. Similarly, we can do it for B comma 0 is 5, B comma 1 is B and B comma 2 is C. Next we will go for the transition function for capital C. So C comma 0 is 5, C comma 1 is 5 and C comma 2 is Q2. Q2 is C. So there are no new states are present. If there are new states are present except above C, D, capital E, then we will go with D comma 0, D comma 1, but there are no new states. It is ended up with capital C. So we can stop the transition function. Then we can draw the transition table. From that table we can easily draw transition diagram. Here for example capital A is equal to Q0, Q1 and Q2. In the given problem Q2 is the final state. So In capital A, Q0, Q1, Q2, Q2 is the final state. So capital A is also a final state, because the final state Q2 is presented in capital A. Then capital B is equal to Q1 comma Q2. Q2 is the final state which is also presented in capital B. So B is also a final state. C is equal to Q2. Q2 is the final state in a given problem. So Q2 is presented in capital C. So C is also a final state. For that purpose only, in that DFA diagram, A, B, C are diagrammed in double circle, which means A, B, C are final state. Those all three are the final state. So this is a sample problem for the conversion of regular expression into DFA. In case epsilon NFA is given, we can directly using epsilon closure method to convert epsilon NFA into DFA. Otherwise, if they are giving the regular expression as input, you can convert the regular expression into epsilon NFA after epsilon NFA into DFA by using epsilon closure method. So the second method in the conversion of regular expression into DFA is direct method, because in the previous method we convert into NFA and NFA into DFA. But here we can directly convert the regular expression into DFA. So the method is called as direct method. This is the rules for computing nullable, first position and last position. This is the main important table. This table is mainly used to find out nullable value, first position value and last position value. So this is a sample example problem for a direct method. The problem is A slash B, or A plus B the whole star A B B. These are the concatenation operations. So we are putting dot operator. At the end we write hash symbol, because this is the augmented regular expression. So in the first step of direct method is we can write the augmented regular expression, which means we can write hash symbol at the end of the input given symbol. Second step, we can draw the abstract syntax tree. Next step is we have to find first position, then we have to find the last position. After that we have to find the follow position value and draw the follow position table. From that we can easily draw the DFA for the given regular expression. So the first step is we can write the augmented regular expression is nothing but we can write the hash symbol at the end of the input symbol. A slash B the whole star A B B is the input symbol. So we can write hash symbol at the end. After that, for that symbol we can draw the abstract syntax tree A slash B and slash above the star symbol closure. Star closure having dot concatenation as the root, and rightmost symbol of the dot is A. From that, the dot is the root of the operator symbol, and B is the rightmost symbol of dot, and second B is the rightmost symbol of third concatenation operator, and the last concatenation operator having the leftmost symbol is a dot and right symbol is hash symbol. So this is the abstract syntax tree. After that we have to find the first position value from this table and last position value from this table. So first position and last position value for each and every symbol in the tree we have to write in the abstract syntax tree. For example, in the below node of tree, small a having the first position value is 1 and last position value is 1. Similarly, B having 2 is the first position value and 2 is the last position value. From this the OR operator having first position value is 1, 2 and last position value is 1, 2. Similarly, we can find first position and last position for each and every symbol in each and every single node from this table. After that, we can draw follow position table from this tree. So follow position table having the input symbol as the input. There are what are the input symbols? A, B, A, B, B. So we can write A, B, A, B, B, and last one is hash symbol. And after that, node value. What is the node present value? In diagram, you will notice A having 1 value, B having 2 value, and 3 having, and A having 3 value. Another A having 3 value. Next B have 4 value. Next B have 5 value. Hash have 6 value. So we can write the node value for each and every single identifier. After that we can find the follow position value from this tree. After drawing finding outing the follow position value, we can easily draw the DFA diagram and DFA transition table. So in this lecture we saw what is finite automata. Finite automata is a mathematical model of the system which have two types. One is DFA and NFA. DFA have the single transition from current state to another state for the single input symbol, but NFA have more than one transition from current state to the next state. And the important topic is how we can convert the regular expression into DFA. There are two methods. One is subset construction method, that is Thompson's method. Second one is direct method. In direct method we can directly convert the given regular expression into DFA by using find out in the nullable first position, last position, follow position value. But in subset method, in first step we can convert the given regular expression into epsilon NFA. Then the epsilon NFA is converted into DFA.